Well, here with Stephen Penchard, he's the Vice President Service and Operations at World Distributors. And the reason we're here is because of these beautiful machines that you can see in front of you, in front of me, the Bullit motorcycle. What a fantastic retro look. Stephen, you've brought these in recently. Why did you decide to do that?
Well, there's a strong following in Bermuda for classic motorcycles, mostly with a lot of people rebuilding some of the vintage bikes that are here. This falls with that sort of style, but gives the opportunity for all those that have an interest in it, but not necessarily the money or knowledge to do it themselves and rebuild them, to get something with that sort of classic styling, that vintage motorcycle. These kind of meet that sort of look, but with the upgrades of some more modern technology, fuel injection, while still keeping that sort of classic look and function.
Is this the Bullit style? Is this what they do, the kind of retro look like this?
It is, yes. Bullit motorcycles is all about this British vintage style. That's all their models are driven around that, and try to stay true to that sort of styling.
You mentioned the fuel injection. They look, I mean, we said they look very retro, but they got a lot of modern pieces of technology. What else would there be?
Well, the fuel injection obviously is going to be the main modern pieces on there. So they are definitely far more economic fuel-wise. Definitely the emission controls are much better than you would have on your classic motorcycle. But they do stay true to that sort of styling. So they do have some slightly better braking systems that you would find on the classic motorcycles themselves. Are going to be 125cc. So keeping in that sort of fitting the market for Bermuda, but still a little bit on the smaller side than you would some of the CBs that you might find in Bermuda. The 150s, 175s. There.
So you've got several different makes. Are they all 125s or all different?
These are all 125, yeah. So they all fit into the current requirements for transport control in Bermuda.
They're all slightly different. I mean, I see the one behind me looks more like an off-road machine.
It is, yeah. So the Hero in the back here is basically designed around that sort of old motocross sort of off-road sort of styling on it. It comes standard with the Super Trap on it, so from a performance standpoint, it's definitely going to be the more lively bike to ride. It definitely comes with that, that classic sound from the Super Trap, and a bit more open feel from a power standpoint. So it's a great ride. It definitely gives you the better fun feel than you would with something like the Bullit Hunt, as per se. The exhaust system on this is a bit more of a standard classic TCD, kind of quiet, a bit more reserved, whereas the Hero is...
You're going to hear the Hero coming down the road.
Oh, absolutely. The sound that comes out of that is fantastic.
One day. And other kind of specs, I mean, 0 to 60, do you know? Not that we'd ever do 60.
It is quite quick. The Hero, like I said, is definitely going to be a bit better than the Hunt. There's a bit more reserved ride in comparison, but definitely more than enough for Bermuda.
How's it been received so far from customers?
Quite well. We've been quite pleased with the way it's been looked at. It definitely draws a lot of attention because of the classic styling on it, and it definitely turns eyes.
And do you think you might get any different makes in?
Probably not going to try any new brands at the near future. We'll see how these go. Classic motorcycles in Bermuda is definitely a niche market. It's not for everybody. Motorcycles in general, geared bikes, definitely doesn't have the following that it used to. But there's definitely a good following here that will support this kind of a smaller market.
Okay. Many thanks, Stephen. Thanks for your help. That was great.